Now to a breaking news alert. Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a man at the center of a wrongful deportation controversy, pleaded not guilty to human smuggling to a federal judge in downtown Nashville. We have a team coverage of his appearance. We have crews stationed inside and outside of the courtroom. The Trump administration admitted to mistakenly deporting Garcia to an El Salvadorian prison earlier this year. He returned to the U.S. last week. A grand jury indicted him for trafficking undocumented immigrants stemming from a 2022 Tennessee Highway Patrol traffic stop. Body camera video shows officers discussing among themselves their suspicions of human smuggling before letting Abrego Garcia go. He was not charged with any offense at that traffic stop, but he was deported in March and returned last Friday. So let's go to News 2's Nikki McGee, who is live outside of the federal courthouse after hearing from Garcia's loved ones and supporters. Nikki, what can you tell us?
Well, Peyton, this gathering has quickly grown. We started at the First Lutheran Church just a few blocks away, and that's where we did hear from Garcia's wife. Now, I want to show you how big this crowd is behind me. I mean, easily over 100 people. Now, in addition to his wife, we also heard from several local immigration leaders, as well as CASA leaders from Maryland, where Garcia is from. His wife, Jennifer, says she got to speak with Garcia for the first time since he was yesterday. She said that he was very much leaning into his faith through all of this, and encouraged other immigrants currently detained to do the same.
Kilmar had a message. He wanted to be sure that you heard. So,
Kilmar tiene un mensaje que quiere asegurar que ustedes escuchen.
So I'll take this time now to share his message from Kilmar to you.
Voy a tomar este momento para darle ese mensaje directamente desde Kilmar a ustedes.
To all the families still fighting to be reunited.
Para todas las familias que todavía están luchando para ser unidas de nuevo.
After a family separation.
Después de una separación familiar.
Or if you too are in a detention.
O si tú mismo estás en detención ahorita mismo.
Kilmar wants you to have faith.
Kilmar quiere que tengas fe.
He said,
Él dice,
these dark times are where we're facing all the tribulations that God has put in our path.
Estos tiempos oscuros son algo que Dios ha puesto en nuestros caminos.
But keep praying and keep fighting.
Now, his wife did also share that their son is graduating kindergarten today, something that we will have to be alone for. Reporting live from downtown, Nikki McGee, News 2.
Thank you, Nikki. And from that movement at the church to the protests that are outside of the federal courthouse this morning, let's go over to News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry for more on that. Protesters have been going on for almost 3 hours now, Caitlin. Isn't that right?
Yes, Peyton, take a look at this. This is the courtyard of the federal courthouse building here in Nashville, and people have been protesting for at least 3 hours now, or going on 3 hours. This morning, protesters have been chanting, quote, "Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like." Their signs say mercy for immigrants. If one of us doesn't have due process, none of us is safe, and keep America safe and send Trump to El Salvador. Speakers at the protest called for the release of Garcia, calling his arrest illegal. They demand due process and the removal of ICE and the end of weaponization of the U.S. government.
It is an attack on your rights, because if Mr. Garcia can be taken off the streets away from his family without due process, so can you.
And you're looking at windows where people are protesting even from their own apartments there. And on our walk over here, we did see Homeland Security, MNPD on ATVs in cars walking. They are on standby if needed. And the event coordinator did tell me that they do plan to be here for as long as needed and as long as people continue to speak out. We'll have more updates for you at 11:30. Live in Nashville, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
Thank you, Caitlin. And even before all of this, we've been outside of that federal courthouse since very early this morning. And while we were outside, we did see Metro Police that were exiting one of these vans in great numbers, and they were carrying different gear with them. They had shields as they were headed into the federal courthouse as well. And then around 5:30 this morning, cars arrived with multiple vehicles. Multiple vehicles came down Commerce Street through gates, and they pulled into the garage. We've not been able to confirm Abrego Garcia was in one of those vehicles, but stay with News 2 as we continue to cover this case. You can also read the latest on our website, WKRN.com.